Well, let's start. So, my name is Sakshamgar. I'm equity research intern at inSAKE Solutions. So, for one last time, I'm going to give final internship presentation on equity research. So, let's begin with something about inSAKE Solutions. So, inSAKE Solutions is a fintech and consulting company on a mission to enhance skills for students and provide analytic and recruiting and consulting solutions to operate. Some of their offerings are equity research, investment banking, private equity, mutual fund valuations, financial modeling, upscaling, and recruiting to corporate. Some of their assured partner companies are Collabjanics, Udyog Seva, and Kinch Capital. So next slide is how to become equity research analyst. So anybody can become a equity research analyst. Some of the qualification I would like to mention so that they can become equity research analyst. Starting with any graduate degree in the commerce, so in the field of commerce, finance or investment, or maybe statistics will also work. Also certification course of CFA or any acquiring degree of MBA in finance or investment banking will also work. A certification course from NSM will also add advantage to become a equity research analyst. So next is ratio analysis. So ratio analysis is a fundamental technique which involves assessing of various financial ratios based on the data from the company financial statements. So that to evaluate the financial performance and health of a company. So there are typically five types of financial ratios. First is the liquidity ratio. It determines the company ability to meet short-term obligations, or we can say that the company's ability to convert their assets into liquid form so that they can meet the obligation when arises. Next is probability ratios. It determines the uh, profitability ratios. It determines the company ability to earn profits from the revenue, equity, and assets. Next is efficiency ratio. Is it determines the company ability to utilize their assets well and manage their operations. Next is debt ratio. We can say solvency ratio. It indicates the company ability to pay their debt in short term or the showcase the long-term ability of the financial position of the company. Last is financial ratios. It helps the investors to evaluate the company. What is the fair value of the company? For example, key metrics are P ratio, dividend yield ratio. It shows the fair value and how to value a company so that they can understand that company's value overvalued or undervalued. So next is time value of money. So this concept basically tells about that this any specific amount of money today is worth more than the same amount of money in the future, because the money can earn interest or any potential opportunity of investment comes. So the value of the money will change over the time. So next is security analysis. Basically, security analysis is the analyzing of securities like shares or any other instrument of a to assess the company's total value. So there are basically three methods of security analysis: fundamental, technical, and quantitative analysis. Basically, they are used by management stakeholders to make financial decisions. Next is mutual funds. So let's focus on this chart. So there are investors who want to build their income, and they so the mutual fund collects money from investors and put into a pool. So these investors have common goals where fund managers come and invest the investors' money into different asset classes, and based on that they earn or generate returns and that pass back to the investors. So basically, there are various rules, regulations, and policies on mutual funds and fund manager, especially on the funds that are managed by the fund manager. So basically, the mutual fund industry is regulated by SEBI, which is Security and Exchange Board of India. So let's discuss investment banking now. Basically, investment banking is a company that provides a variety of services to their clients, such as corporate, governments, or any other financial institute. So it helps in raising capital through IPOs, merger acquisition, sale and trading of derivatives, uh, financial instruments like derivatives, commodities, etc. They also helps in underwriting of securities. uh, yeah, that's it. There are various a lot of uh, branches or departments in the investment banking which are very wide range of in investment banking. So let's discuss about portfolio management. So there are investors who have the money who want to invest, so they goes to the portfolio managers. Portfolio manager oversees the funds of investors, and they help the investors to invest in the various asset classes, uh, naming mutual funds, precious metals, real estate, private equity, cryptocurrency, ETFs, bonds, securities. So portfolio managers inform or tells about the various unforeseen circumstances can come, the market stability, which helps the investors to understand the how the portfolio managed services are run. So through this, the portfolio manager helps the investors to gain maximum returns with the minimum risk possible. So that is the process of whole portfolio management. So let's discuss now understanding financial statements. So financial statement basically tells about how companies is doing in terms of money. So how it shows how where a company's money is come from, or where it is went, and how where it is right now. So basically, there are three components of financial statements, naming balance sheet, income statement, and cash flow statement. So basically, balance sheet shows the liabilities, assets, and equities, whereas the income statement states the revenue, expenses, and the profits, whereas the cash flow shows the inflow and outflow of the money. So basically, it is run by the uh, used by the creditors or management to make financial decisions through the analyzing of the financial statements. So now I have compared two financial statements of the two companies. So that is TCS and Infosys. So I have taken 4 5 metrics. So let's discuss in the terms of revenue. So in 20 financial year 2023, which is last financial year, so the revenue of TCS is more than the revenue of the Infosys. So in last 5 years, starting from 2019 and 2023, Infosys CAGR revenue has more than the TCS revenue CR, which is 60% compared to 13% of TCS. So in terms of profitability, the margins of both the companies have grown from last 5 years, and they have made the consistent revenue, and because of their low cost technique. So the TCS operating margin is 26 in financial 23 compared to the operating margin of Infosys, which is reduced by 2%. But still, the Infosys has managed to make profits, but the TCS has taken advantage over here because of their good operating margin. So TCS payout ratio is more compared to Infosys, whereas the dividend yield of TCS is doubled the than the Infosys. So here also they have outshine in terms of financials. So I would say that TCS ROI for last 3 years is also higher, more than the Infosys, whereas the TCS ROI for 3 years is 43%, and their Infosys is close to 30%. So, in if I say that overall, the TCS has done very well in terms of financials performance compared to the Infosys. So let's discuss about the industry analysis now. So basically, industry analysis is the valuation assessment of any sector or industry, that how currently the industry is doing, what is the current trend of the industry. So basically, there are various factors which have to be considered while doing industry analysis, which is the market size. So bigger the market size, bigger the opportunities there will be. So what will be the growth rate right now, and growth is right now, and what will be in the future. So, and there are also like factors, industry dynamics, and how their industry is doing right now, that like technology disruption is happening or not, any regulatory changing is happening. so that we can find out what are the challenges and the opportunities are coming. So I would say the example in budget 2023, the Sitaraman, France Minister Sitaraman, has increased the tax slab from 5 lakhs to 7 lakhs. So it was concluded that the uh, people will not buy the insurance policies because the tax slab is already increased. So the insurance company took the hit. So this proves that the industry analysis is important because there are maybe challenges and opportunities as well. So there are a lot of industries like steel industries, the pharma industry, technology industries, etc. So let's discuss about technical analysis now. So basically, technical analysis is used by investor trader and analysts as well to determine by checking the historic prices, by uh, forecasting the future price movement through various methods like uh, volume charts, patterns, candlesticks, indicators such as moving average MACDs. Through this, they identify the what are the potential of investments, like there is short term or long term. So this is all about technical analysis. So next is how to prepare equity research report. So there are various steps to uh, prepare an equity research report. So in our module also, so Shetty sir has told about 11 different steps to make a well accurate equity research reports, starting with one page summary and then company overview, fundamental analysis, CAGR and ROE analysis. Or in addition to this, SWOT analyst, ESP analyst, we have to include balance sheet analysis, we have to include industry analysis, industry comparative analysis, technical analysis, and then we have to give the final comments on equity research that it is a overvalued, undervalued company like this. So next part of the internship was we have learned about the effective communication skills. So what is effective communication skills? Basically, if one person in sending the message, conveying the message to their audience, it is the other also able to understand. So this communication process will be completed. That one person is communicating their message to others, and other will able to understand crystal and clear. So there are basically three types of communication: oral, written, and non-verbal. Oral is like I am giving the presentation to my audience, and they are able to understand through it. So next is written, that I am communicating my message through the PPT, and my audience is able to read what I have written in the PPT. So next is non-verbal. It basically it is consists of body language, is how the audience awareness is me. They will there are active listener or not. They will able to understand or not. Let's take with an example. So let's I am on the one side of the world, and other person that I have to convey my message on the other side of the world. So they will able to understand what I am saying to them. So they will be but the catch is here that on uh, there are crocodiles and sand uh, 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 besides the world. So okay, so there will be barriers to it. So this can be a different perspective or different experience, different communication style, which is a barrier for the proper communication. So if we remove that barrier, there will be a effective communication skills. So that is, I would say, that proper communication skills work. So next is presentation skills. So how to prepare a effective presentation. So firstly, we have to select a topic of interest that interests you and the audience, so that audience can relate to the what the person is saying, the what are the speaker is saying, so that they can interact properly, ask questions and clear their doubts. So next is the what is the purpose of the message. Like I'm describing this PPT because I have to convey my what I've learned throughout this internship. So that is my purpose of the message. So next is major points and locating supporting information. So I've majorly added the crux points in it, and I'm explaining the information what why I've written the those points in it. So that is basically the third point. So next is developing a strong opening and closing, so that they can give a proper introduction. That is a proper effective communication presentation that one person can give. So next is personality development. So personality development is a proper program designed to improve any individuals personal and interpersonal skills. So, for example, I would say it may include workshops on effective communication where participants learn to express clearly and confidently speak in different situations. Next, I would say that through role playing, the one person is able to articulate their ideas, and other person who is listening will able to understand what he's saying, and this will result in the effective communication skill. So basically, personality development training will not only help into the communication part, but also help in the enhance to uh, social interaction. So this will lead into good or better personal interviews or presentation, and build a network which will help in the corporate sector. So next is soft skill skill. Basically, soft skill skill includes the personal traits as well as the communication abilities. So, like I would say that example, if you are doing a corporate job and your manager have given a task, so that task is very difficult. So, from landing from difficult position, how you handle and turn into the good position. So, this will help in the communication abilities of a person. So, how they able to transfer from number of able to handle the number of career responsibilities. So that is, I would say, the soft skills training works. So next is time management, stress management for students. So time management basically involves the prioritizing of tasks, setting realistic goals, and make a schedule so that they can utilize their time properly. For example, I have made the PPT, so don't want to procrastinate the right now. So I decided that I should complete my video presentation right now. So I prioritize and make the goal, and I have to set the goals that have to complete in this time period. So that is time management. So management have to be include like adopting a healthy lifestyle, like doing exercise, meditating, or breathing exercise, so that the stress level can be reduced, so that the proper stress management can be inculcated in the students. So next is financial modeling. So basically, financial modeling is a decision-making tool uh, by taking past year data and from the understanding plus assumptions plus the domain knowledge, we are able to forecast the future of the company. Like for 5 years, we forecast the financial position of the company, how it will be in future. So this will help in the real world scenarios of a company. So basically, there are various type of financial modeling. So there are basically 10 types. So the DCF model is one, three statement model is in, where we are also being taught the three statement model by the Shetty sir in the modules. So next is merger and acquisition. So basically, merger is consolidation of two or more companies to form a new entity with a new name. So let's take with example. There is a company and there is a B company. So if they merge together, they will be the third company will be formed. So that third company will be a new entity. So whereas in the acquisitions, so there is a purchase of an entity by another entity. For example, there is one A company and B company. A company acquired B company, so there will only be the A company, not new entity formed as C. So there will be A company. So this can be done by acquiring 51% ownership of the B company or the purchasing of their assets of the company. So basically, in the merger and acquisition, it consists of new uniting of their strengths and resources and weakness. So this will reduce the reduction in number of barriers and competition. And whereas in the acquisitions part, the acquiring company is more influential in terms of structure operation as compared to the size of the target company. So basically, there are five types of merger: horizontal, vertical, congeneric, reverse, and conglomerate. And in acquisitions, there are types of uh, hostile, buyout, and friendly. So let's discuss about the venture capital now. So venture capital basically is a form of private equity funding that involves the funding to the uh, early stage startup or growth startup that has huge potential in the future. So let's focus on this chart right now. So how the venture capital industry works. So there are basically four types main players, entrepreneurs, venture capitalists, private investors, and investment bankers. So entrepreneurs have the ideas and they want money from the venture capitalists. Venture capitalists listen to the ideas, and if they find useful opportunities where they can earn money, they provide the investment to the entrepreneurs. So basically, these entrepreneurs can be a corporation, government, or any financial institute. So venture capitalists can raise the capital from the general investors. So basically, general investors can invest 1% of the total investment pool. So in return, the venture capitalists form the strategic investments where they have to give the return to the investors back. So there is next fourth and main fourth player is investment bankers. So in venture capital helps the entrepreneurs or the companies to sell out their stakes so that the venture capitalists realize their uh, investments and they can earn capital gain from it. So investment banking helps the companies to sell out their shares and in return they get the money from them. So it can be done by the merger acquisitions or raising capital through IPO. So basically, in return, I would say that venture capitalists make money from themselves by making the market for others through. So last, my topic is private equity. So just a minute. So basically, private equity refers to investment in private companies or non-trade business, which involve raising funds from institutional investors, HNI, to acquire the ownership in the companies so that they can generate long-term capital gains. So there are investors who private equity firm raise from them and they invest in the companies in one goal. Basically, they have the aim of generate capital for the longer term. Uh, that's it. So now let's just live project and video submission. So we have done three projects and fourth is final presentation that I'm giving. And on daily basis, we used to get one topic and we used to give the video presentation submission on daily basis. So I would thank you for the inSAKE solution for giving me this precious opportunity of getting a role in the equity research. So I would end this note on a by quoting one line that an equity research analyst tells how to become rich, close the doors when others be fearful when others are greedy, and be greedy when others are fearful. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much.